What?
Honestly, that's the best I could come up with.
No,
this
that's
short.
great.
But anyway, hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Miss the Bus. This is episode 15.
15.
Wow.
For what?
I thought you were just going to say 4.
No.
This is the weekly show, and we are not your premium source of video game, television, and movie news, but gosh dang it, we're going to try.
Wow.
I wanted to throw the gosh dang it.
You copied me.
I
That
wanted
was
to
my
throw
original
it.
thing.
I know. I wanted to throw it back in
That's
because
okay.
I kind of miss it.
Since last week.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you didn't say it because I called you out and I was like, you took it out because you thought you were like, oh, nobody wants to see it.
You know what I did? I took it out of the dock so everybody can be free to use whatever they want.
And
But,
so I just took. I have no originality.
That's
No,
how
I'm
far
kidding.
your creativity goes.
But hey, so I'm Bailey, and we got with me as always Omar, who's just like you're like staring at nothing. It was really
Ooh,
kinda
that's creepy.
It was creepy. Like you looked like you weren't in your own body for a second. It kind of creeped me out.
That's kinda weird.
Anyway, though, so Omar and Matt and Ty.
Woo!
Yep.
Hey everybody. So we got a like crap ton of news.
It's Comic-Con.
because it's
So
Comic-Con
much.
this weekend, and
It's fucking Comic-Con. I tell you what, there's some interesting stuff happening at Comic-Con, but Comic-Con just doesn't feel as big to me as like E3 does.
oh yeah, I mean E3,
And I don't
we,
even
like,
feel like, I guess I'm like past few months maybe been more into video games, but like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like overall like this shit's supposed to be what's like kicking for
Well,
me,
yeah.
but it's not.
Well, you know what? Okay, before we even get into that, I need to go over everything.
Oh,
because,
yeah, sorry.
You know, y'all need to hear us say it
They
every single
forget. They're
week.
dumb viewers. Listeners, we know you. It's your ears.
You know what? He just called y'all dumb, and then he made himself look dumb. So, but anyway, we would love it if y'all could subscribe to us on YouTube, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify. Not yet. I just realized that it still says Spotify
That's okay.
and then not yet.
Every episode we got to throw shade at the Spotify people for just ignoring that we even exist.
Exactly. So.
Have they even replied yet?
Fuck no.
Nice.
I'm
love
a.
it.
While you do this, I'm gonna send him another email.
Okay, cool.
I'll tell
Well,
you what, it's
make
not gonna be
sure-
as nice as the last one.
Oh, crap. We're never going to get accepted on the Spotify. But just make sure you subscribe to us, please, and then leave us comments, questions, concerns, stars, as many as you'd like. Follow us on
No,
all our
just
social
5.
media. No. Well,
It's
yeah.
not up to the people. It's 5 or nothing.
I like to be a dreamer, you know?
That's true.
But follow us on all of our social medias at Miss the Bus Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook Miss the Bus. And yes, I said Instagram because we just made an Instagram.
Oh,
so you get to see our beautiful
We have an
faces.
What's an Instagram, Bailey?
Pictures.
Oh,
So, but yeah, just follow us on that. But yeah, that's pretty much
dude,
the whole
is somebody trying to hack us?
roundup. Why?
I logged into the Miss the Bus email. It says, "Warning: Google prevented a suspicious attempt to
Oh, my
sign into
fault.
your account using your password."
It was my fault.
So you're the culprit.
Yeah, I tried. To
You're
log
the
in.
culprit.
I tried to log in too many times at work the other
wow.
day with the wrong password because Omar told me the wrong. Well, he used a different password for the new Instagram.
Oh,
So,
That email was from like 3 days
false
ago
alarm.
or something. I don't know.
I did it wrong.
I feel like logging into different devices also just causes stuff.
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
because
because I
I
got that
log in
email,
at my
I was like,
work.
what the fuck?
No, I'm not supposed to, but I log in from my work computer. So
Hopefully nobody.
I'm pretty sure I can like pinpoint. Look, it shows you a little map too. Should I tell everybody where you work?
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'm grabbing,
No, everybody come to my
I'm
building.
grabbing my phone charger.
Okay.
Tyler just left. He just straight up got up and left.
But yeah, so we did everything that we needed. I always get so lost. I'm like, did I go over everything I need to go over?
I think you did. Yeah, you
All
got
right,
it.
that's good. Okay, well now we're getting to the big meat. I'm just going straight to it.
Oh.
It's so funny too because I know it's like our big topics, but I always just see big meat in like all caps right under it. So I'm calling this our
Hey,
big meat from now on.
I'm not opposed to changing the name of the segment to just Big Meat.
Oh, I'm so
We
okay
should.
with
I
that.
thought
we'll
Okay.
vote on it later.
All right, so for this episode, I'm gonna say that this is our big meat.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
We'll test it. We'll see what
We're gonna
people
go
think.
ahead and dive into that.
Write
And
in.
I'm
Email us at mrbuspod
gonna-
at gmail.com.
I missed the
Send it to the email. Tell us what
at
you think.
gmail.com. You're right. So tell us.
I tell you what, you can't send too many emails. If you're sitting there thinking, I've already emailed him twice this week. I don't know if I should do it again. No, just keep emailing us.
Oh yeah, we like it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm gonna let Omar start this off because you're the first on the list, and I don't like to throw people.
I think
out
last
of
week
the
was
loop.
kind of random, right?
Yeah, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
went straight to
100%
me.
was random.
He went straight to me, and I was not ready. So, but yeah, I'm gonna let you go first.
All right,
So-
cool. So this week I have a few SpiderMan news from the new movie Far From Home and the SpiderMan PlayStation
Video game.
Yeah, video game. So let's start with Far From Home because these are not confirmed yet, just rumors. Well, what's confirmed is so And a lot of people are kind of hating on social media, and I see why when it comes to Spider-Man adding more villains to the movies, because we've seen it before in Amazing Spider-Man 2, we've seen it in Spider-Man 3, and just not really executed well. It felt crowded or whatnot. But I really think in the MCU, if they were to have that many, I don't know, characters involved or whatnot, I don't think it'd be that bad. Anyways, so far for Far From Home, we have Vulture, we have Scorpion, and we have Mysterio. So apparently they just I'm not sure who this actor is. It's apparently a Turkish actor named Numan Akar or Asar. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but he's playing a character named Dimitri.
Sorry, buddy.
And that
Dimitri?
Dimitri, which a lot of people know from the comics as the Chameleon,
Oh, okay.
which is a Spider-Man villain. So a lot of people are wondering if that's who he's going to be playing. So
I feel like I've never seen this guy before.
Yeah, I mean, I have no
anything,
idea
yeah.
who it is. So, I mean, you never know. But the fact
He
that
looks
he's playing
cool.
Dimitri. Yeah, and I mean, he kind of looks like he could, play the
He's got a nice beard.
I do like his beard, but
I went to school with someone named Dimitri.
really?
Yeah.
I've never known him to be.
Really?
I just thought I'd throw
could
that
this
out there.
could this be him?
Could this
Well-
be him?
He looks a
It's
little
not.
too old.
It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did he fail like
But
30 times?
I don't know. What do you guys think about 4 characters?
Four,
Like, 4
honestly,
villains
4 seems like a lot to me, but like you were saying, if they're doing the whole like setup, the
for Sinister Six.
right, the Sinister
Yeah.
Six, then I mean, it depends how big of a part they have.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I think spreading 4 out amongst this movie might be too much.
well, that's
But
the thing.
if it's cameos and if it's just, I don't know, then it gets weird too, because then you look at a movie like BVS where they just throw characters in it
right.
like literally just because they have to be in it for a second,
Right.
and it just seems so forced.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
With how they did Infinity War, though, it'll probably end up being fine.
well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I think
that's what I'm thinking.
It's like one of those things where you're nervous about having too many
Right.
characters in one. It's like just seems like it's spread kind
And
of
I mean-
thin, but. I mean, again, Marvel's been so good with
Also,
that.
and I feel like Spider-Man is the kind of character too where it could literally be like he could like quickly just beat the shit out of these villains and be done with them for
Yeah.
that movie, and then the whole Sinister Six thing could
Well,
be
yeah,
set
that's-
up where they're coming back
Exactly, that's
after him
the
later
thing.
on.
If you guys think about Homecoming, we had Vulture, we had Shocker, we had Scorpion.
True.
Right.
And I mean, the way they were in the movie, it wasn't bad. I mean,
Yeah.
those, I'm not going to say they're minor characters,
Yeah.
but
Well, Scorpion
I'm with
was
you now.
like-
Honestly, people are just blowing it out of proportion. Then.
yeah.
Just let it happen.
I mean, the fact
See
that
what
you're
they do.
comparing it to Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, like, fuck off.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Come on, people.
Well, just because of how many characters
Oh,
or whatever
right,
are
right.
involved. So, I mean, I see where they're coming from, but once again, fuck off.
Damn.
So,
it'll be fine.
yeah, I think so, too.
Is the same director as Homecoming or no?
Yeah, the Russo brothers, right? Wait, was it? No,
They
it's
didn't
not
do
the Russo
Homecoming.
brothers. No.
No, it's
Is it the same director?
we'll look
Do
it
we
up
know?
real quick.
Yeah, I definitely don't know the guy's name, but I'm curious now if it's the same guy or not. And I say that only because I feel like if he did it with Homecoming, I have faith he can
Oh,
do it
yeah.
again.
Yeah,
Far
well,
From
Home.
yeah,
With Far
and
From
that's
Home.
if anything, I would probably prefer it stay with the same director
Yeah.
for this kind of because I guess with how it was with Homecoming and what they were building to for the new movie, it just seems like they're so connected to the point where like it should have the same type of feel as the first one.
I agree.
it's the same director.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
John
well, then that
Watts.
works out.
Oh, John Watts, right. Okay, so that's it for
you
the
freaking
Tell
the
you who it's
Russo
not.
the
brothers.
reason- I don't know why that popped in my
Oh
mind.
God, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say, I'll tell you, it's not James Gunn.
Oh god.
Man, too soon.
Yikes. So that's it for the movie
Hashtag
news.
too soon.
For the video game though, we got 2 new suit reveals. One of them is the original suit, so that's not much of a reveal. I'm not sure if it's the Homecoming suit or not. It kind of looked like it. But the other suit was the Velocity suit, which that looks super fucking dope. I'm not sure really how these suits work though. I'm not sure if you could unlock
do
them.
they affect gameplay or no? Have they said?
That's
I doubt. I'm sure it's just skins.
okay. So the skins
For
they
some
come
reason-
with powers though, like certain powers that you could use.
Oh,
While
so
you're
they
playing.
do?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, tight.
okay.
Now, and that's what I was about to ask. I don't know if once
You
you,
think-
unlock a suit, you could play the whole story with it, or it's certain.
It's going to
parts.
depend if it's going to run like. Well, the thing with the Arkham games is the skins don't affect you at
Right.
all. So,
Right.
but I think even with Arkham, they lock it until you've beaten the
They
game,
do.
and then you have to come back and replay
Right,
it.
exactly. Yeah, so I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but we saw that. We saw a new trailer. We saw Silver Sable. she got introduced, so a lot of people were excited about that.
I feel like they've made such a big deal out of the skins. Like they've shown like a lot of the Iron Spider suit and stuff. Like
yeah.
for the Arkham games, they definitely didn't make as big of a deal in the main trailers of the game.
Oh, no,
He's
not
using
at
the
all.
suits,
Besides the
and that's why
Arkham
it's more of
games-
like an afterthought. So I'm thinking maybe with this
and
game,
they had
you
a lot
can.
of more suits though for the Arkham
Oh yeah,
game. I mean,
they
had
basically any kind of
I
Batman
feel like
would be
they keep
by
doing
now.
like special reveals for these suits too. So like I feel like whenever
Yeah.
I see new
I agree with
pictures of it, like I keep seeing a post of it, and it's like new suit just added.
yeah,
so
yeah.
it makes you that
Yeah.
much more excited.
Well, if
Exactly.
you can, if they swap your powers out too, then I 100%
I mean, that's
would
awesome.
think.
yeah. So very
would love
excited
that.
about that.
I'd
I
say
know.
every day that goes by, I get so much more excited for this game.
Dude, I
Now
know.
it's even
Looks
talking
so
about
good.
because like he was gonna originally use his like vacation days for Kingdom Hearts, and he's like, maybe I'll use them for
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
I was saying that the
Oh,
other
really?
day, but I probably won't.
Shit, that'd be kind of cool though. But
just like one sick day.
For some
maybe.
reason, I'm not that excited for it.
Why not, dude? It looks
I don't
so
know.
good
I
though.
don't know.
the
The
gameplay,
thing
like
is, it
it
looks.
looks like when he's swinging through like the city, it looks so smooth.
That's what I
just
say.
feel
It
I
looks
love
like
that.
I've never seen anything on this level before.
right.
Exactly.
I guess it's overcrowded by my or overshadowed by my Spyro hype.
oh, you're
Because it
sorry.
comes out like
Yes.
2 weeks later.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I
So
don't
you're
know.
more excited for Spyro than Spider-Man?
Yeah.
You sicko.
Because it's one of those things where I play those games a million
Right.
times, so it's like it's easier for me to just play.
But you've played them a million times. You've never played this.
Yeah, but this is gonna be better than that.
And this
Oh,
like the
no.
gameplay they were showing for like
You think
the
it's gonna
fighting,
be better too?
no, like better than like playing the original
Okay.
Spyro games. Like,
Oh.
you know what I mean?
I feel like the gameplay they were showing for like the fighting sequences and stuff too,
looks
like
so
everything he
good.
could do with it,
looks
looked
so sick,
amazing.
dude. I'm super fucking.
I mean, I'm still gonna
excited.
get it the day
Right,
it comes
yeah,
out. It's not like
yeah.
it makes a difference.
You're
I'm
just
just
not as.
no. I probably
yeah.
will be like the week before. That's how I was with God of War. I didn't think about God of War until literally like the week of.
Yeah.
So
Shit. I guess we'll see. But yeah, exciting stuff for.
You're not doing both your things?
Oh, Titans?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that shit.
We'll talk about it.
I mean, yeah, we'll talk about it, but we could.
I don't
just
even
kinda-
want to talk about that shit.
Oh God, I don't know.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. We'll
We'll
get
talk
to
about
it.
it later.
Okay, well, who wants to go next? I'll let Matt go.
Okay.
All right, so they've announced that Rugrats, your favorite show as a kid.
Jesus.
What's wrong with you?
That.
They have announced that Rugrats is coming back. Nickelodeon's bringing it back. This comes from IGN. Rugrats gets TV revival and new feature film from Nickelodeon. I'm going to read a little bit from this because I didn't do my job, and I don't know what's going on with the Rugrats.
Yeah, I
What have
honestly
these
know
babies been
nothing.
up
So
to?
the baby.
Nickelodeon and Paramount Pictures have announced that they will be bringing back the 90s children's television series Rugrats with a 26-episode order and a live-action film featuring CGI characters. See, I was kind of confused on that, but I knew this now, but when it first came out, I only saw the part about it, like bringing the show back.
Yeah.
So I didn't know they were making a movie, too, and that seems a little bit weird that it's... I guess they're CGI, but it's
Is it
still
gonna be
seems-
like the Looney Tunes movie?
I have to imagine probably the adults will be real people,
Yeah.
and then the babies will be CGI'd.
That's
Which I
kinda
guess
gross.
at least they didn't use real babies.
I
But
don't like that.
maybe if it's that complicated, just don't do it.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I'm excited about the show.
Oh, for sure. Let's see. It goes on to say Rugrats is hands down one of the most celebrated cartoons in TV history, and we are thrilled for a whole new audience to meet these iconic characters in brand new adventures, said Sarah Levi, COO of Viacom Media Networks and interim president of Nickelodeon. What was true in 1991 when the original show premiered is still true today. Kids are fascinated with the world of babies. They are. We can't wait for today's kids to meet Tommy, Chucky, and pals.
And adults. I
Did you
mean,
talk about the movie? Did you mention that?
Yeah, he
the,
did.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's the CGI babies.
What the fuck? So it's is it mixing like CGI?
Yeah, well,
and-
because they call it a live action movie, so
Okay.
that's what I was saying. I think the adults are going to be real people, and the babies will be CGI.
that's beyond weird.
Yeah.
Original Rugrats creators Arlene Kolaski. Sorry if I butchered your name. This one's definitely going to get butchered. Gabor Ksupo and Paul Germain will be executive producers for the TV series and will be produced in Burbank, California. So if you're a big Rugrats fan and you're like, is this in the right hands? It probably will be. But that doesn't mean it's going to be good.
No. I guess, okay, I'm probably in the minority here, but I've never, which is so funny because you look behind me, there's 3 stuffed Chuckies.
I was going to say, you
But
get the
I've
totally
never-
different vibe walking into this.
I've never been the biggest like Rugrats fan. I liked it, but I just never paid that much attention to it. Like I would watch it when it was on.
Yeah, no, I think
And
I was
again, I'm realizing this looking at 3 stuffed Chuckies.
very weird because
but-
each Chucky is different than the last.
I'll say this: I wasn't a huge fan of what was it, All Grown Up or
All growed up.
what?
That's what they called it.
All Growed?
Yeah, didn't they? To
All
make
Grown.
no,
it. No, they did growed.
Really?
It was to make it seem like the babies were saying it. Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't remember that.
The teenagers.
I thought it was just all grown up.
All Grown Up, yeah.
I'm probably wrong.
Maybe you called it that.
All grown up.
Mommy put on all grown up.
Oh my! It's called All Growed Up.
That's fake.
No, that's real. It's on
No,
Wikipedia.
because that's like how they
Fake
talk.
news. Yeah, yeah.
All Growed Up is a special episode of Rugrats that aired July 21st.
Oh,
It proved popular enough for a spin-off based on it to be made.
But the show.
Oh, okay, so we were both right.
So the first was Growth.
It started with Growed, which
Okay.
is probably the only thing I ever watched. Yeah, the show was called All Grown Up.
Yeah, the show was kind of weird. It wasn't bad, but it was just like
The thing with Rugrats for me is, I mean, I watched the show a little bit as a kid. I think my more fond memories with Rugrats were the movies, like
Oh,
Rugrats
okay,
in Paris.
yeah.
Is that what it's called? Or Rugrats Go to Paris, whatever.
I saw that in theaters.
That's a really good movie. That's like a really good movie. And then the other one, I think it might just be called the Rugrats movie, where they're driving
I
like
think so.
the Reptar
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
I loved watching.
Dude,
that
I
as
watched
a
those
kid.
movies like religiously.
Yeah, for sure. Like
No, and the show I meant. I
And
meant
the show.
yeah.
I had the Rugrats in Paris video game.
Me
Dude,
too.
same here.
Dude,
Fuck
that
yeah.
video game was fucking.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Nope, it's bad.
No, it was
liked it.
fun.
I loaded it up like a year and a half ago.
Well, yeah,
it probably is bad now.
not now.
You had it on computer? Or did it? Was it on?
No, my PlayStation 1.
Oh,
okay,
shit.
I had it on my
The good old
computer. And it
days.
was fun. But yeah, so again, this kind of came out of nowhere, but I think technically is one of those like early Comic-Con leaks because I think they're talking about it a little bit there. But yeah, Nickelodeon has just kind of turned into something completely different than what it was when we were kids. So seeing some stuff come
Yeah.
back, kind of cool. I
So-
don't know. We'll see. I don't think they have any kind of release date yet. They say production has already begun, and more details about release timing, casting, and Reptar sightings will be announced in the coming month.
Wow.
Oh boy.
that.
The movie will be written by David Goodman, who has written episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation, Family Guy, and more. The film is currently slated for a November 13th, 2020 release by Paramount. Wow, it's a ways off. So yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah,
It will be
I'm
cool.
looking forward to the show at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited too. Kind of.
It's just weird they keep rebooting things like this. Or not rebooting it, but like, I don't know.
Reviving.
Well, that's what it goes on to say. It says it
Yeah.
joins the trend of Nickelodeon reviving its old catalog, including a Blue's Clues revival. Didn't really realize that was happening. An Invader Zim movie. Is that really happening?
Oh, I think I saw that
An Invader Zim movie?
Yeah,
That's cool. I
probably.
used to love that show. Rocco's Modern Life movie and the recently released Hey Arnold the Jungle movie. Yeah.
All right, well, that's it for the babies.
So for the babies, unfortunately, they don't get enough respect
Wait, what? Oh, I
on
was
this
about to-
podcast. Babies don't get painted in a very good light.
For some
Because
reason,
like in our
I was
third or fourth episode, I was talking like a baby, and you just sat there and you shit on me, like with words, not with
No, like
your
I
butt.
would. I mean, I think I would hope everyone who's listening would know that we don't go around shitting on
I know.
people.
Sometimes I don't know. They can't see it.
Yeah, you're right, actually. And it's funny too because you were saying that they get no respect, and then I was about to say I don't get no, but like the satisfaction, that's not respect. Okay, anyway, so moving on. Do you want to talk about Mr. Glass?
Yeah, so like an hour and a half ago, finally the first trailer for the sequel to M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable and Split, the first trailer came out to Glass, and I was waiting for this all fucking week. They were teasing it with like... They teased it with like each character, like James McAvoy, Samuel L. Jackson, and Bruce Willis, like little like 20-second teasers of just like them talking, and they announced that the trailer was coming Friday, and it was definitely worth the wait. It feels like a big fucking... It feels like a superhero movie. It feels like it's going to be like very weird and still kind of have a lot of the freaky elements that Split have. I think it looks fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I
feel like
wasn't.
I'm-
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's like, I think I'll be more on board maybe once I've seen Split. Like
Yeah.
I can't wait for it, but I think like my hype level for it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
it comes out next year.
Well, yeah, because it definitely this movie is obviously going to be way more related to Split than it is. Well, I
what it
guess not
seemed.
really
I
at the
think it
same
looks more
time.
Unbreakable,
I guess it
yeah.
does because it has like two of the main characters from Unbreakable and
Yeah.
just James McAvoy.
I feel like
from-
James McAvoy got the most screen time in that trailer though.
Well, him actually, I feel like this is going to be. Well, I guess because it's also called Mr. Glass, but I feel like this is going to be.
Well, see, and that's
like,
what I thought
Mr.
about.
Glass's movie.
Well, when the trailer ended, and it's because of how it ended too, but I was kind of thinking it as it was like gearing up to the end. I was like, that does really make sense because the promo is like the three,
Yeah.
like 3 colors, 3 everything, and so when this movie's done, there'll be 3 movies. It kind of makes sense for this to be Mr. Glass's
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. That
I'm
makes
just
sense.
very intrigued.
I think it's.
It
gonna-
is, yeah.
I didn't realize that the whole concept was gonna be like I knew that they were from the pictures you can tell that they're in some type of like insane asylum, but or mental institution, I guess I should say. But I didn't realize that they were gonna be like having what is her name? Sarah Paulson.
Yeah.
Her character is pretty much going to be like trying to convince them that they're not
special
in any way, or not super or evil in any way. And so she's mostly trying to like say it's all in their head, even though like they obviously physically can like do all of these things.
I was gonna say, what's her problem?
So like it just doesn't make any sense. But I also just wasn't
interested in how they get there.
Oh yeah, I mean I think that's gonna, and the fact that they're just all three in a room together.
Yeah, it looks really
like
cool.
I don't get why they can't be like interviewed one by one. Like they have to all three be together for that. It just makes
and that's what worries me. Like I hope it makes sense, but I thought the trailer looked really, really good.
that part where James McAvoy's just like booking it through like on all fours through that field too. I feel like this is gonna be a really cool movie.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. I definitely think my hype will go up more when we get closer to it. Also, maybe after I watch Split again, I'll like it again. But
I don't know. I guess when we watched Unbreakable, I love that movie so much, and now I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great movie, and I love Bruce Willis, and I saw him in Disney World.
Oh.
I also there's this part of me that just wants to see Bruce Willis in good stuff again. So.
Oh, come on. He was in what was that movie that came out recently where he like he was going around killing everybody?
Death
Wish.
Yeah.
Death Wish. Yeah, he was in Death Wish. I didn't see
Looper
it,
was good. The fourth Die Hard was good. But he needs more.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I definitely want to see him in more stuff. But yeah, so all right, well then I guess we're going to move on to my topic.
Oh.
And
what
my
is your
topic is not a good topic.
Oh.
Cuz
okay.
we had some terrible breaking news today
There's
about
shakeups in the world.
the one and only James Gunn. And
my.
I'll tell you, even though I don't agree with what was said and what he posted, it is heartbreaking no matter what if you are a Guardians of the Galaxy fan.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it is a detrimental thing.
It's one of those things where I think pretty much everybody looking at what happened can see why. Like, this is it for Disney business sense. It makes total sense.
There was
I get
no
it.
way that they
Like,
couldn't do this.
Like for anybody that doesn't know, they uncovered basically tweets from James Gunn's like Twitter dating back to like 2008.
Yeah,
it kind
I
of
think, like,
ranged
the
from like
latest-
2008 to
the-
2011
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And a lot of just like very inappropriate outrage, like things that he tweeted and concerning like pedophilia and was any of it racism?
Yeah.
No, it was
rape.
all rape and pedophilia
Rape, okay.
pretty much.
But yeah, so just stuff like that obviously you can't say. And so my whole thinking on it is like, again, I completely understand, but it's just, it's tough because when it happened so long ago, and just, I'm very proud of the world we live in now. I think we all should be like that. We're much more, we're accepting, but like stuff that's bad like that, we're not accepting of. And it's good to like purge the evil and stuff like that from the world. But the world was definitely very different 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And James Gunn's definitely acted at least like he's come a long way since then too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't know. Again, it
That's
makes business sense, but
yeah.
it just really sucks because I guarantee you that I don't think James Gunn's a bad person now. I think he was making really bad, distasteful jokes at the
Yes.
time.
I think he was just being stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
and
that's
he
the
full
thing.
on
And,
admits that.
And that's
so.
the thing, like, I mean, it does suck that this has happened, but he definitely like was not thinking when he was posting stuff like that. You can't. It's just you can't.
Right.
No matter if
And
it's
it
a joke
really
or
is,
not,
like,
you can't say stuff like that.
You can come back and basically say whatever about how you weren't thinking and how you didn't mean it in that way and all that stuff, and that's great, and you're allowed to do that. But I think everybody does have to accept that, like, once you've said it, you've said it, and we just live in a world where once you've said it, it's like too late. You know,
Right.
I mean, you reap the repercussions for it, and it's true even if it was said 10 years ago. I mean, if somebody, and I wonder how this happened. I guess somebody just went looking for it. I'd really be curious.
Well, so it started. It was
It's very
James Gunn is
political.
obviously very a political person
Oh,
on
so-
Twitter, so
okay.
he's like going against like Trump because he's obviously not for him. And one of the like conservative bloggers that was, I think he like said something. James Gunn said something about him, and so he pretty much was like, "All right, I'm going to dig up dirt," and that's exactly what he did. And he went and he posted like he screenshot and took all those tweets and like posted them
Yeah.
to his Twitter, and so it pretty much just
And
like
again,
became this all-out
right.
war.
And it does. It's like, yeah, 10 years ago, it seems like a long time, but
Oh,
really,
yeah.
what you say anything on the internet, it's there, and you're responsible for it forever, basically. So,
Right.
But yeah, so he was fired from Guardians 3.
Yeah, and it's official. He's fired from Disney in general.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So like,
I mean, and that hurts Guardians 3 so much because it's going to be just like when Edgar Wright left Ant-Man. It's going to be the same thing that people always talk about with that movie, like how much of this movie is his and how much.
Exactly. Well, Matt was even saying earlier that like the script is done.
The thing is, James Gunn was done the script. They were about to start filming it, so I'm curious how that. And again, I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see how that works. I guess if Disney wants James Gunn's name completely off of everything, I don't think you can. And I don't know for sure, but I think there's no way you can use his script, right? I mean, if he wrote it, I think you'd have to give him credit for it. But with the way the situation is, with some time, maybe allowing stuff to die down, and just knowing that this stuff that James Gunn said, this isn't reflective of who he is in the sense that like this pedophilia stuff, he's not like a child pedo. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
None of that is him.
No.
So I don't know how far Disney's going to necessarily distance them. Like having him having already written it, maybe use a script. I don't know. Maybe they still can, and just bring in another director. And honestly, like there are other people out there that could maybe do it. I mean, the guy that did Ragnarok.
Well, that's what everyone's saying.
Yeah,
That they're like, bring him in, let him finish
that's
this.
what I think.
And it's
I think
I think it could work if they kept James Gunn's script
and just
let
have
him direct.
Yeah,
it would work
Apparently
pretty
he's
well.
making a movie right now.
Well, that's the thing. It's all like people are just trying to go for what they think would be the best decision. And obviously this is going to take a little time, and hopefully they'll be able to figure it out, which I think they will because Disney and Marvel is just so good at that. But this is definitely not great news.
Well, if not him,
So-
who do you guys want to see take his place?
Honestly,
that's the thing. I think it would have to be the dude from, and I can't
Right,
think of his name because he's got such a weird
it's like
fucking name.
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi, yeah.
But I would love to see him. And honestly, as much as I wouldn't want this movie to get delayed, I would say to get the right guy to do it, if you have to delay it a year, do it. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
It's when stuff like this comes out and it's unexpected and it's out of nowhere. And I think Disney wants to keep the train rolling and just like,
you just
look
have
how
to
prepared
adapt.
we are. But I think at the end of the day, if to make the first two are so good and so strong, and it really is heartbreaking that Gunn's not going to be finishing this. But I think then at least pay respect to how good the movies have been, even kind of forgetting about him. Just like, come on, end it on a really strong note. So,
We'll see.
So yeah, I'm really upset about it, but I understand why it needed to be done, and I don't condone at all anyone ever tweeting and saying the things that he
what
said.
sucks is if minor Infinity War spoilers here, but if the state, especially if the Guardians of the Galaxy stayed the way that they are right now in the Infinity War, I'm talking about a lot of them not being there anymore.
Yeah.
And even, obviously, bring back Star-Lord and Drax and them, but, like, if Gamora just stayed dead, which she's not going to, but just imagine if she stayed dead, I feel like the third Guardians movie could be so different that you could really have a different director do it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Avengers 4 is done, and that movie ends with them all going back to do their thing, so.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got for the big meat, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move on to the movie extras then. So starting off with, obviously everyone has seen and probably been talking about the Aquaman stuff, since this is like the first new DC movie stuff we're seeing.
And the main Aquaman stuff, I think, will come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it on our next episode.
Yeah,
when
we're
the actual
definitely
trailer
gonna,
drops.
Yeah, the trailer does.
Right, it'll drop tomorrow. Saturday. I don't know when our episode's coming out. We'll see.
We're recording on a Friday, but we're definitely going to talk about this again because I'm sure going to have more to talk about that we haven't been able to see yet.
Yeah.
But they did the poster, and I'll tell you what, got a lot of SeaWorld vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Like
a lot of fish.
Also, I looked at it as one of those things where if you're going to the aquarium and you're walking to the IMAX, like you're walking past the IMAX, it looks like a movie poster that would be for an IMAX movie for the aquarium.
Just with this buff man holding a trident in him.
Yeah, and then like all these like sea creatures around him. So I mean,
I actually like the poster, though.
It's cool.
I like
it's
it.
okay.
I think it's just kind of plain.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's setting the tone for what this movie's gonna
Right.
be.
It's the thing. Like the poster's exactly what I'd think it'd be.
Yeah, like
So.
that's what I would
Yeah, I mean,
get from an
Aquaman as a
Aquaman.
concept makes no sense, so you just have to do something stupid with it.
Also, what's with all the home stuff? Because like
Home is
we're getting
Calling?
far from home with
Ah.
Spider-Man
Oh.
and
Didn't even put all
Homecoming,
that
and now
together.
it's Home is Calling. It's just like a lot of home.
I don't know.
The thing
I
is,
guess,
home is calling. I actually like that tagline for Aquaman.
Yeah.
Far from home, I'm not sold on yet.
Oh, I
obviously,
mean,
as we
yeah, I
said,
was
but
not a
we'll
huge
see when,
fan of that.
like later on.
Home
I'm
is
sure.
Calling probably means like Aquaman finally returning to the ocean, because I mean we've seen him in Dawn of Justice where he wasn't.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from it.
Wait, Was he done? No, he wasn't. I mean,
Yeah, I thought you said
You
Justice
see him
League,
for
my
a
bad.
second
Yeah,
in
for a
Dawn of
second.
Justice.
Yeah, but
He's on the
Justice League.
fucking video.
The
Yeah.
like the slow mo where he's like staring at
all
the
these superheroes. I
camera.
have 4 files on here. What are they? Oh.
What a movie.
He stares at the camera for like a solid 3 minutes and then
Yeah.
like takes off. But yeah, so okay, we have that, and then also a new Bohemian Rhapsody trailer, which.
Dude, I didn't watch this.
Oh my
didn't watch
god,
either.
it's so good.
Really?
It's so good. Like, and I'm a huge Queen fan. I love Queen, and I feel like so many people love their music, but like I was worried about this movie when I saw the first trailer just because I don't know, movies like this can go either way, and a lot of times they don't end up being that amazing, but seeing the second trailer I'm like, shit, this movie's going to be really good. And Rami Malek is going to be fantastic.
He's so perfect
Like
for it.
the way they're like doing the music mashups too for the trailers, it's like it gives me chills. I don't know. I'm really excited for it.
I wish I had
So-
watched it now, so I could say more
I know. I
about
forgot
it.
to remind everybody to watch it, but it came out either yesterday or the day before, so
Yeah.
it hasn't been out for long. But it's so good, and I'm really excited for this movie. But anyway, so we have what are we working? Oh, I didn't even know what this was. Duncan Jones teases he's working on a comic book movie. You
Yeah.
put that.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting because I've always wanted to see him like have something to do with comic book movies, but I was
He had
thinking more along.
Warcraft.
Oh yeah, but I was thinking more some Marvel or DC, not whatever the fuck Rogue Troopers is. I think it's I'm not even sure if it's a comic book like in the U.S. I think it was something in the UK, maybe like way
Rogue
back when.
Troopers.
Yeah, I don't know. I read up on it, but I don't remember exactly what it was. But I don't know. I'm so interested to see what.
I think it's a British science
Yeah.
fiction strip in the British comic 2080.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still interested to see how it is.
There's also a video game. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Oh, it was a video game.
Oh, yeah.
Like way back when.
The game uses several story and plot elements from the original comic.
It's like from the early 2000s, I think, right?
Yeah, 2009.
Oh,
You're talking about the game, right?
yeah.
Oh, actually,
I think it was earlier than that.
well, there's another game apparently that uses bits from that same comic, but it's a Judge Dredd video game, which came out in 2003. Judge Dredd, Dredd versus Death apparently has characters from the 2000 AD comic
Wait,
series.
is it Judge Dredd Marvel or no?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I remember there was a Judge Dredd movie that came
Yeah, I
out like
watched
maybe
it.
like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Let me
It wasn't
finish.
bad. It was kinda weird, though.
Judge Dredd,
But,
fictional character who appears in British comic books. No, so I don't think he's
Oh.
tied to.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. I don't know. Either way, like I said, I'm just interested because it's him.
Oh, for sure.
Let's
Moon
do
is
it,
like
so.
one
Yeah.
of like the best sci-fi movies I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I
love
mean,
it.
Yeah.
I love that movie. And we already talked about Glass, so I don't need to say that. But we also finally got I don't think any of us have talked about this really that much.
I didn't
this
watch
week.
this.
I didn't either, but
I watched
What?
it.
the Nathan Fillion fan made.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
liked
it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
There's a part where he like, and I'm not gonna spoil it. But there's a part where he just jumps out of a window, and it like the camera zooms in on the back of him as if it's like Nathan Drake in the video game. Like,
I
when
love
something
how they
happens
film
and
everything,
like,
dude. Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was really really cool. I mean, it was simple and like super low budget, but it was very well done. He looks exactly and sounds exactly perfect
Yeah.
for the part.
It was really, really
So
cool.
I thought it was really cool, and everybody from Naughty Dog thought it was awesome too.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I mean they've been all over Twitter and everywhere I've been seeing like are praising Nathan Fillion, and a lot of people are saying too that like I know a lot of people want an actual like movie for this, but so many people are saying that this was done so well and he
like, why
did
mess
so
with
great. It's like this is kind of exactly what it just
The
Right.
Tom Holland
Nathan
one's
Drake
probably going to be
is.
so different.
right exactly. So I
And
feel
not
like
necessarily in a, like who knows, it may end up being because whenever you're taking like a video game and turning it into a movie, like
Right.
for the most part, like if it's insanely good, then you can reach a broader audience, but like for the most part, like the people that are going to get hyped for it are the people that saw the game. So if you've already got like a big chunk or that played the game, so if you got a big chunk of them that thought this was good enough, and then this Tom Holland thing's going to be very different, I don't know.
oh yeah. So I don't know. I just kept seeing great stuff about it, so I want to watch it. I just haven't had time, unfortunately.
It's like
so
15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
should have just watched that like this morning at work. Dang it. Oh well. So, but they also announced because like I don't know if y'all know much about the movie Dune that's like coming
I
out.
read the first book when I was in
really?
high school, I think.
You like it?
Or middle school. Honestly, I couldn't tell you much about it now because I forgot so much about it, but I definitely liked it when I read it. I think some of it was over my head. I think I read this before. I think I might have read this in like 5th grade, honestly, now that I think about it. Because I was kind of confused by parts of it. But it was like a really cool story. It's like a sci-fi, like...
Well, it's got a huge following, so
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are really excited for
I think
this.
a lot of people say it like paved the way for a lot of stuff too. And I think he's the perfect guy to be doing a movie like about it too. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, so they announced that Timothy Chalamet, or Chalamet, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, from Call Me By Your Name, was just casted in it. Too. Or I just said casted. I did that like 2 episodes ago. I kept saying casted. So they announced that he was casted in the movie, which is cool. I don't really know much about it, but I like stuff like that.
The books are
so.
super, super long, and there's a lot of them.
There
So
are.
it's very weird to try and adapt this into a movie and not like a TV show, but we shall see.
Well, I mean, if they just do a movie, a book,
Yeah.
could work.
Yeah.
But apparently they're like super like...
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll just have to see.
The Harry Potter books are like...
Super long.
I mean,
Definitely
Lord of the
longer.
Rings is even worse.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So anyway, moving on to, I don't know if y'all saw the trailer for this, but Overlord. It's the new Bad Robot movie apparently that's coming out,
I haven't seen
and
this yet.
it's like a really strange World War II movie. Like I wasn't expecting it to be the way it was, but J.J. Abrams' name, of course, is all over it because it's Bad Robot. But I feel like it's one of those things where it's this like crazy, not zombie, I guess. They like lead you to believe it's some type of zombie type of thing, dealing with World War II, but it just seems like a crazy action movie, and like the whole soundtrack's AC/DC, so that should just pretty much like paint the picture for you. But I think it like looks cool. I'm interested to see it, I guess. But
Apparently a lot of people online think it looks like Call of Duty Zombies.
well, that, and I think they were saying that and like Wolfenstein.
I think it was originally, I thought, supposed to be a Cloverfield movie, but it's not anymore.
I hear a lot of like, there's a lot of movies. What was the other one? Oh, A Quiet Place. People had talked about how that could have been, like, at some point that could have been a Cloverfield movie too.
I mean, it pretty much feels just like one. Or it feels like 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah. Well, it's attached.
What?
Is that what you just said?
Overlord?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
They said that the other day, I thought.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
They
Well-
basically... People thought that it was at first, but J.J. Abrams came out and said that it's not.
Oh, okay. Well, that clears that up.
Because I think what happened was the original, like the movie that was supposed to be the third Cloverfield movie was originally, it had the same title as Overlord.
Oh, okay.
But then they released Cloverfield Paradox on Netflix, and they said fuck that, and now Overlord's just its own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then. Okay, well then moving on to more movie news. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie was announced, like the release date was announced, which is pretty exciting because
yeah.
it just means that it's actually like
It's also
Happening.
Yeah.
just called Joker, which is awesome.
which is
I
awesome.
like that.
I love
Yeah.
that too, actually. So I'm really excited about that. Thanks, dude. So yeah, that's all we really got for that. And
What's
then
the release date? It's
October 4th.
okay.
They also said that
2018.
apparently Zazie Beetz from Atlanta and Deadpool 2 is supposed to be in it also.
Yeah.
Or probably going to be in it.
Yeah, it's like rumored that she's going to be in it, but lately, whenever you hear that, they always end up being in it anyway. So I'm sure she will be.
It says Joker's budget is in the $55 million range, significantly lower than the tentpoles that dominate the form. This is from Hollywood Reporter. But I don't know. It probably doesn't need like a super crazy budget. I hope. I don't know.
No, just let the boy act. Let him do what he's good at. And I don't think they even need much.
I
for
know
it.
what this movie's shaping up to be, which is like that part from The Killing Joke that just tells his backstory, which I'm okay with if it's done well enough. But I really want at least more than just the end of this to be like him full on Joker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just hope it doesn't. It's not like the movie goes and it ends and he like paints his face, or I guess if it's like The Killing Joke, he's gonna fall in a fucking
Yeah.
thing of acid.
So
I don't even know what I
Also-
want from this movie.
When they first announced it, I wanted it to not have anything to do with the Joker's origins, because I don't even like. That's probably my least favorite part about The Killing Joke, is that it goes into the Joker's origins when they really don't ever need to.
Yeah.
But again, if it's done well enough, then I'm fine with it. But what I really wanted was, I think we talked about this before, like the Joker graphic novel. It's just called Joker.
Yeah.
That's what irritated me even more when I found out the name of this was just Joker. I was like, you got it right in front of you.
yeah, exactly.
Just use this. These
That'd be
movies
so
just need to
fucking good.
use the source material.
Yeah.
It's already so good.
I know.
Like with
So,
Batman shit. Fuck.
That's
No,
why. I guess it's one of those things where we're just gonna have to be patient about
Yeah.
it. But it's just anything with Joker related. It's just so hit or miss. So
I'm a lot more excited for this than
100%.
Jared Leto's.
oh yeah.
Whatever
Get that
that
out of
is.
here.
Oh man, I feel really bad for that movie.
I mean, who knows? It could be surprising, but
Well, it's going to be completely different. So.
yeah. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. I kind of have no expectations for Joaquin Phoenix's adaptation, though, just because I don't want to like
Get too excited and
yeah.
then be slightly disappointed. Yeah, I get that.
I'm interested though. I'm curious to see what ends up happening.
Oh yeah, me too.
Well, that's the thing too. If this ends up being like straight up an origin story, and you see very little of like his actual
Yeah.
Joker, I mean, the Joker in his origins is so different than the actual character.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what's his name in The Killing Joke? When they get into like what his name was, I can't even remember.
It's
I want to say
something
it's Tom or something, but I don't think it is.
No, it wasn't Tom.
Because wasn't his name Tom and something else?
I think Tom might be the kid that's in
Was it like John or
Joker.
something? Not John.
Joker's name. I think I'm looking it up.
I know
Nice.
in 1989 Batman, his name is Joe Chill.
Yeah,
Joe Chill.
that is different. Jack Napier.
Oh, okay. I remember it was
Oh,
something with a J.
Napier. Napier. That's not how they say
Napier.
it. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Oh wait, no, I'm fucking stupid. Jack Napier's is his name in 1989.
89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Chill is the guy that fucking kills Batman's parents.
Right.
I'm mixing up these
Wow,
Jack and
that's
Joes.
fucked up,
Yeah.
dude.
Jack and Joe.
I just
Jills,
remembered,
you know?
yeah.
What'd you say, Billy?
Jack and Joe and Jill.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, moving on. I didn't even know this, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood got pushed up only 2 weeks, but it still got
did.
pushed up, which is always a good sign, in my opinion, if it's getting pushed up.
Well, in this case, they're literally doing it because of how fucking crazy Charles Manson followers are, and they
Oh,
don't want it
Jesus.
coming out on the same day as because it was originally going to
I
come out
didn't
on
even
the 50th.
think about that.
Yeah. Hold on, I have the thing.
That's not a good thing.
It is from IGN. Sony Pictures originally announced that it would release 2 weeks. Hold on. 2 weeks later, on August 9th, 2019, the 50th anniversary of the murders of Sharon Tate and the 4 others in Hollywood Hills, Variety said the studio is possibly avoiding controversy by those who are followers of Charles Manson.
I'm kind of scared to see this on opening day.
Well,
The thing
yeah,
is,
'cause
how many followers of Charles Manson still exist?
I don't know, but apparently enough
And
to
how many of them are walking around in the
Yeah,
fucking
probably.
streets?
apparently enough to worry them enough to push this movie up.
I do think that's very strange. But I guess I feel like if Tarantino had his say in it, he'd be like, "Fuck no, I want it coming out on that
yeah,
day." 'cause
like that would
it was that
make
for
it
a
even
reason.
more right.
But again, you understand when they do things like this. So
Yeah, true. So we'll see what happens with that too, I guess. I'm gonna be like on my guard. Not that I feel like we need to be, but now just them saying that is kind of like terrifying.
yeah, it's creepy.
So we also should shout out the 10-year anniversary of The Dark Knight, because that has been a big deal.
Crazy that it's been 10 years since that movie came out.
Yeah.
But so good. I mean, one of the best, if not, I mean, my favorite superhero movie.
You remember the review we did in high school?
Dude,
for,
fuck yeah. You know what pissed me off? Because
What?
they're putting it back in IMAX, but they're only doing it in like 4 theaters. It's
Yeah,
nothing
really?
anywhere over here.
Wow.
It's like New York
Yeah.
and
I think that was the
probably
very
California.
first movie I saw in IMAX. I saw
Yeah.
with you.
It was like literally just you and me in that theater.
Yeah, it was amazing though. Yeah, because we wrote a review for it for our school newspaper.
Yeah, me and Omar were in the school paper
Yeah.
for a semester,
It was really
and we
fucking
were
cool.
supposed to just go see movies, like new movies, and rate them.
Well, no,
Um,
we reviewed a couple of things, not just that. Not just movies, because I remember we reviewed some from the cafeteria.
Yeah, we did for our next article, but for this one, it was supposed to be movies.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
we were
yeah, for
supposed.
that one,
We were.
yeah.
It was like a Saturday, and we were just gonna go see like a few movies.
Yeah.
And literally, we just go and we're like, "The Dark Knight's playing in IMAX. I'll just see that." And then we watched that, and they're like, "Do you really watch another movie?" No, just
Dude,
go.
I remember you drew a fucking awesome
Fucking
picture.
dude,
If we could
I
find
wish
that
I could
article.
find that picture because that's like
We
one
can
of
probably
the.
find that article. I'll look for
I
it
was
later.
so proud of like.
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
was
not
so
trying to
fucking cool,
brag,
dude.
like
No,
blow
everything-
smoke up my
everything
own
about
ass,
that was
but
so fun.
Jeez,
it was like I did a pretty fucking
Yeah,
good
no,
job.
you did. I loved it. We'll try
But
to
yeah,
find it later for you guys.
yeah.
Happy 10 years anniversary to The Dark Knight.
Happy 10 years. Okay, so I guess we can move on to the TV extras. So, the Stranger Things season 3
Did y'all
teaser
watch
came
this?
out. Yeah, I did actually. It was actually really funny.
It was
I liked
funny.
it a lot. I was expecting more. Like,
kinda
I
thought-
guess like it was just a commercial, which is great.
As it went on,
actually.
I was like, I guess this is all it is, which is fine because it was funny and
Right.
it was cool. I like things like this where you just kind of see parts of the world. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's not actually showing the season, which is fine.
No, I completely agree.
Um,
I think this. I thought
I
it
can't
was
wait.
really.
I can't wait to
cool.
see what season 3 is gonna be.
Yeah,
When does it come out?
I actually
If they
don't even
stick
know.
with what they've been doing, it would come out sometime in October.
So, which I mean, if they already
Let me
dropped
see.
the teaser for it, I'm sure there's like a huge possibility it will. But
Somebody a few months ago, I think one of the kids, the one that plays Will, maybe had said like how different season 3 is going to be.
well, I know Millie Bobby Brown too has been filmed, or I guess it's over. I don't know. Because she's doing the Godzilla movie.
Oh, it's a
So
2019.
Oh, so October.
They
of
actually don't
next
even
year?
have a release date yet, but they're saying it looks like 2019 now.
Dang, that's a while.
I have to think if they let it slip to 2019 though, they don't stick with the October thing
No.
because that is a ways
Oh yeah, that's way
for
too
something
long.
that's so like at the forefront of pop culture right now.
Right.
Since people just love Stranger Things. Yeah, I guess there's no release date for it yet.
Yeah, so I still thought the trailer was not trailer, but teaser. I thought that was still cool though. I liked what they were doing with it. But yeah, so they have a Batman series in the works at CW, which is no surprise because CW keeps
A what?
the Batwoman.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
It sounded like you said Batman.
Yeah.
For a
Did
second,
I? I might have.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, oh, what?
My bad.
because she's gonna be on an episode very soon, or she already was in Arrow. So I guess they're gonna spin it off from there because they've referenced like her I think Robin a couple times. Obviously, it's not the same one from Titans, but
Thank God.
Yeah,
fuck Batman. Let's talk about that.
Do we
later.
have Titans on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
you did.
you did.
So
We'll get to that shit.
we might as well just talk about it now.
Oh yeah.
So
That does not look
It's
good.
like-
I'm
No.
sorry.
Let me just
It
say
looks
this:
bad.
the first time I watched it because usually I watch these trailers at work. The
Yeah,
first time
I watched it at work.
No audio, right? And I thought it was
Jeez,
fucking horrible. Second time I watched it with audio, like
Worse.
I wish. Yeah, honestly, I liked it a lot more. I wish I would have closed my eyes. Just hearing everything, it's cool. Okay, but seeing it. The way the action is, the movement, everything for fucking. I
All the
understand it's a
blood
TV show.
flying
Like I
everywhere.
understand it's a TV show, but still, dude. Like this looks like Arrow looks nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
I was on.
does.
I
It's
think
giving
it-
me vibes of like those shows, but
No, it looks a lot worse, dude. It looks
No,
like a
I think it looks
fan-made
like
film.
I think it looks like if you mixed Inhumans with True Blood.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I think if you
Inhumans
mixed
and
like
True Blood.
Marvel's Inhumans, that awful show,
Inhumans was
with True Blood.
You watched it?
straight up shit. I watched episode and a half, and I wanted to. No, okay.
My
It's,
dog-
it's trying to be too edgy and it's too fucking.
It looks
just
like I mean,
the whole
oh, where's Batman? Fuck Batman.
like they wanted to highlight that so much too, and it's just like okay, we get it. He said
they
fuck,
thought they
like-
were getting a completely different reaction
They
out of that. They were
definitely
like,
did.
we're gonna have
Looks
Robin
bad,
say "fuck
dude.
Batman." We're gonna
Starfire
put it in the
looks
teaser,
bad.
and people are gonna
Raven
go nuts.
fucking looks bad.
Starfire is what bums me out. Like the costumes for her and even Beast Boy, like I just don't like them.
and that's what I mean by Inhumans, like in the costume
Yeah.
design.
the
like,
costumes
looks
just
so
look
cheap.
awful. Like Robin looks great. That's the
yeah, I
only
mean,
thing
I
that
like
looks
Robin,
good. Like he
yeah.
looks fucking awesome, but everything else looks bad. And
Yeah.
his costume looks awesome.
Y'all
I
know
don't
who
think-
Robin is too, right?
He's from
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
He's
yeah,
the
I
main
did
dude
know
from
that.
the newest one, and I was just like, oh man, I was wondering why he looked so familiar.
I think he
But
probably could have been a like decent Robin.
it's
but
I feel like the
it's
writing.
it's gonna 100%
definitely
be the writing
suffer.
and everything.
I think
Yeah.
it looks like it's trying so hard.
It
I hope the
definitely
next
is.
trailer we see is like something like groundbreaking.
I think
or
when you
something.
see this much of it, like this trailer was,
I mean, this
it's too
trailer, dude,
damning.
it looks like a fucking YouTube made fan film.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, the thing with trailers you got to remember now is normally they make a movie look better than it actually is
Yeah.
when it's misleading. You know, like,
Like, dude, like Smallville from 2001 looked nicer.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
I don't know. I'm not too happy with this. And I mean, this should be like the leading thing for this new streaming service we're getting from
Oh,
DC.
yeah.
So you think they'd really fucking try? I know we got new footage, or like a teaser or something from Young Justice.
Oh, I
They're
didn't
bringing
watch
back.
it, but
Yeah,
I did
Yeah, I
see.
see
I
it,
heard
but,
about that.
I mean, that's something. So I don't know.
Yeah, so we have
Fuck
that.
it. Fuck it all.
God, we just have so. I'm gonna just start reading some of the
Yeah.
stuff because we have so much. But so Better Call Saul connections to Breaking Bad. I don't know much about this.
they've basically talked now. Like Vince Gilligan said that like we're probably going to see cameos from Walter White and Jesse at some point. The way he said it, I would be very shocked if it's in this season since
Yeah.
the season comes out so soon. But he basically
Maybe
is
it's like
saying,
the very last episode or something.
like the way he's saying it really sounds like it's going to happen.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to go in and like read it since we're kind
Yeah.
of pressed on time, but yeah, I
That's
don't
still
know.
cool no matter what. So they also announced too Comcast finally dropped out of the Fox bidding war
Yeah,
with
they gave
Disney.
up.
So that's cool. And then DC Universe pricing plans for
Did y'all see this?
I didn't.
I think it's going to be, you can pay like $75 for the year. Let me make sure I'm not getting that wrong. DC Universe, which will only be available in the United States at launch, interesting, will have a yearly membership fee of $74.99 plus state tax if applicable, while monthly members will be monthly memberships will be available at launch for $7.99 a month. Fans who pre-order an annual membership pass at DCUniverse.com before the service debut will get 3 months free. Yada yada yada. It goes on. So basically, it's $7.99. I think it's the same price as like entry level Netflix. So
Yeah, and I'm
pretty much
Hulu's
nothing
that
like
too.
out of the blue. That pretty much lines up with what people thought.
Yeah, so that's cool.
The only probably the worst thing about it is that now we've seen the trailer for like their like spearhead show, and it looks really bad. So.
Yeah. So we have that, and then I guess we can move on to the video game extras. So Call of Duty Black Ops 4, they released the beta dates.
Yeah, I think it's beginning of August. The PlayStation 4 will get early access to multiplayer beta, which kicks off on the 3rd of August and ends on the 6th of August. PS4 and Xbox One players will get the chance to play again from the 10th of August until the 13th. PC players can finally jump in. Wow, they get the shaft. On the 11th of August and ending on the 13th. Actually, they're with Xbox. That's fine. That came from kitguru.net. So yeah, if you're into Call of Duty, this will probably just be the multiplayer. They normally do a free like open beta with the Call of Duty games. It's kind of fun to get a feel for them.
Yeah. So we have got that. We've got No Man's Sky updates, adds the multiplayer for more features.
No Man's Sky looks like a completely different game. Once they add all this stuff, like they're adding multiplayer, they're adding like third person view, like skins and stuff. Like the game probably is gonna be what it should have been at launch 2 years ago, whenever that shit came out. It actually looks really cool, and I think you can pick the game up for like $20 now. So.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So like pretty much everything that was wrong with the original game, like them not delivering on promises of it being multiplayer, it costing $60, all this stuff that was just like people were not having it. It'll be interesting to see. Like this does seem, I don't even want to say too little, too late, because I don't think they're really trying to make it up to people at this point.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they would be. It's almost just like, I don't know. It's like they're just doing it to do it. And it's like if people support it and want to kind of look at this as a new game, then they should. And if they don't, then that time's already passed. So
I still have this game, so I'm kind of curious.
yeah, I mean, for $20, I might buy it because the game it looks like now looks like what I would have wanted this to be when it came out. So
Yeah. So we got that, and then we got another Spiral World was shown off.
That's not even really the important thing. I put that on there earlier in the week, but yeah, they showed some more worlds from the Spyro Reignited trilogy, but one cool thing they showed yesterday is they actually got the original guy who did the music for the first game to do music for the new game, but there's a feature where you can switch between the original soundtrack and the new one. And that's actually really cool because one of the things people complained about with the Crash trilogy remaster was that a lot of the original music was redone and people didn't like that it was redone, so that kind of solves that whole crisis for like the hardcore fans.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'm going to move on to the extras. I'm just going to roll through these. But so I know that everybody has seen the Jeff Goldblum statue, which is
freaky.
Which is a
looks
freaky
weird.
looking statue, but hey, like I think the world needed something like that. So let's add it, you know? I liked it. I don't think it looked good, but I liked it.
It didn't look good.
Mr. Robot prequel comic series is in the works, which is awesome for all you Mr. Robot fans, aka all of us, because it's a great show. I know we've talked about Amazon for Prime Day, but then Prime Day crashed and everybody kept seeing pictures of dogs and stuff, so that was pretty funny.
I'll tell you what, our podcast came out on Prime Day. It didn't crash.
Hey,
so maybe
look at
we're
us.
better than Amazon.
I think that's definitely what it is, actually. And then I know everybody probably saw this too, but Papa John got evicted from his office,
Jesus.
which is kind of crazy. And then Stan Lee is to launch a new comic series with POW Entertainment, which is...
Pow.
Yeah, say it how it's...
Pow.
You said it kind of like a cat. And then Epic Teams was... Epic was... I was like Epic Teams. I was so confused. Epic is teaming up with Funko for Fortnite pop figures, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be super excited about that.
Those will probably sell like crazy. They also showed 2 Kingdom Hearts 3 pop figures.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a Sora and there's a the like Knight Heartless.
Oh, damn, I didn't see him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the honorable mentions. So this is the part of the show where we kind of talk about everything we've been doing throughout the week and things that like interest us or like we've been listening to, playing, touching. I don't know.
No.
Whatever. So we just want to tell you how we're feeling about everything. So you want to start off, Tyler?
Yeah, I saw a couple movies this week. One, I saw this movie called Leave No Trace. It was directed by the same director that did that Jennifer Lawrence movie. What was it called? Winter's Bone? Is that correct?
Dude, that movie's fucking good.
Okay, it's the same director that did that, so you can kind of imagine what it's like. It's a really slow-paced movie, but it stars Ben Foster, and it's a very interesting concept. I thought it was very good, very well written, very good performances. I would recommend it. I'm kind of interested to see if this gets nominated for anything, because a lot of the movie websites are saying this is one of the best movies of the year. I don't know if it's not a movie I would watch again, but it's definitely really, really good.
That's kind of how I feel. Well, no, I'd probably watch Winter's Bone again because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
But it's one of those movies that doesn't make you feel like super good when you see it. So.
Yeah, and then the day after that, I went and saw this movie called Sorry to Bother You. Y'all saw it too.
Yeah.
Directed
good.
by Boots Riley.
Strange movie.
And all I'll say about this is seeing Leave No Trace and then Sorry to Bother You the next day was a very strange experience because they're about as opposite of movies as you can possibly
Yeah,
fucking
I can
imagine.
Sorry to
Imagine.
Bother You is such a fucking crazy.
Turns into a completely different movie in the second half.
It's like it's two movies.
It's
you watch them both.
insane.
at
I wanted
once.
to see it so fucking bad. I had no idea it was playing Monday, and then that was it.
I think it
No,
might
it's
be
still-
back
it's still
now.
playing.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
is it?
the
Yeah,
apps were
it
saying
is.
that it wasn't playing. This is in New Orleans. I'm sure everybody's at different things, but
Oh.
they were saying like after Tuesday it wasn't gonna be in theaters anymore. But I was checking the
Yeah.
other day just
It's-
randomly.
It was
and
still on
like-
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
I need to
But
see it then.
I thought Sorry to Bother You was fucking hilarious. Like, there were moments in that movie where I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. And it's just stupid shit that I would find funny, but it is a completely bizarre movie. And Armie
Fuck.
Hammer is incredible.
Yeah, he
And
was
it-
really good in it.
Yeah. And then I also started Barry season 1. I got to episode 7, so I have like one more episode.
How is it?
It's really fucking funny. It's like, it reminds you like if Breaking Bad was super funny.
Yeah, that's what
And-
everybody's
and,
been
like,
saying about
and
it.
more just kind of like laid back and easy to watch.
Right.
That's
Like
awesome.
it's very much like that, but everybody in it's great. Bill Hader, what's his fucking name? From Arrested Development,
Who?
Fonzie from fucking Happy Days.
Oh,
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler.
Yeah, like he's so funny in it. I mean, it's a really good show, and I'm happy it's an HBO show where the episodes are only like 30 minutes, so it's very easy to get through. So I'd recommend
Awesome.
it.
All right, Matt, on to you.
All right, so I started that new HBO show, Sharp Objects, which is really fucking good. If you like
With Amy
anything
Adams.
like, if you like Amy
Oh.
Adams, she's the lead and she's fucking fantastic in it. It's a lot like True Detective, honestly. If you didn't like season 2 of True Detective, you could just pretend this is this is your
season
season
two.
2. There's only 2 episodes out right now. I watched them both. Honestly, I'd say this show's like probably even a little bit like creepier than True Detective. Like it's not the whole. And I'm talking about season 1 of True Detective, like the satanic stuff. That it doesn't have that going on, but it's about like little girls in this town going missing and being found murdered and stuff, and Amy Adams is a reporter somewhere else, and she gets sent back to her hometown to kind of just like do reporting on it, and it introduces a lot of cool like relationship like struggles between like her and her mom and different people that she was friends with at first, and there's just like a lot of really creepy stuff in the show, like beyond that stuff that when I'm watching movies sometimes, even like I don't watch a lot of scary movies, but there'll be stuff when like I'm watching something and I'll be like, if they just like flashed like a face or something right now, that would be really creepy. And movies just
Right.
don't do that. This fucking nonstop.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll be like just in a bathtub and she just looks at herself in the mirror and she's just a different fucking person.
Jeez.
And it's fucking terrifying. It's
You know what I wanted to say too, real quick? The Yellow King from True Detective,
Uh-huh.
main character in Barry.
Damn.
Yeah.
wait, the Yellow King. Which one are you
Carcosa,
talking about?
Like the antagonist.
But
the
don't
main
they never
antagonist.
say who the Yellow King is?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
mean,
the Yellow-
he was inspired by him or whatever the fuck, right?
Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Reggie Ledoux or the guy at the end?
The guy at the very end.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because that's the thing with True Detective season 1. Like they don't ever get into who
Right.
the Yellow King.
I always
actually
just
is.
call the main villain that,
Yeah.
but yeah, him. He's like a main character.
Because like
in
people
Barry.
say like Ledoux could have been the Yellow King for a little
Oh,
bit,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they pass it on to that guy, or it could be like Tuttle's grandfather.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry
it's-
if you haven't seen True Detective.
Well, if you want to go by the name Errol Childress or
yeah,
whatever.
that's
him.
who. Right,
Yeah.
Childress. But yeah, so Sharp Objects I definitely recommend. Even if you're not into scary stuff, it's not like this is like horror or anything. It's just kind of creepy, but really cool show. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think it's only like 6 or 8 episodes, and it's not a continuing show either. It'll be done after that. So very interesting. Also with you guys, I watched Mission Impossible 3 for the first time. I had never seen it before. I don't think you had either, Tyler.
No, I haven't seen it.
Really good. We've been watching all of them, kind of gearing up for Fallout next week.
Yep.
And this is by far the best so far.
Oh yeah.
The first one,
hands down.
The first one, you can at least say like, I can see this is one of the first movies of its time, so it paved the way for stuff, and I respect it for that. But overall, I'm not feeling it now. Second movie, kind of funny, just with how bad some of it is. But
it's just like
really,
a crazy action movie.
and like I had fun watching the second one, but I probably wouldn't go watch it again. The third one, really fucking good. Philip Seymour Hoffman is just, I've always said it, he's one of those people that like really is, he's just gone too soon.
I love
Because
the third one,
everything he's in
so
is just, he's so great in it. He's the villain in this movie, and
I'm glad you
he kills
enjoyed
it. Oh, dude,
I'm
I
glad you
loved
liked
it.
I mean, it feels and looks so much like a J.J. Abrams movie.
It definitely
That's
does.
why I like it.
There's a lot of blue going on in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked Mission Impossible 3. Like I said,
Oh,
it's the
yeah,
best
it
of
was
of them so far. And I've seen Ghost Protocol before. I'm excited to rewatch it and kind of see how I stack it against 3. Because basically everything from here on out, I'm putting it against 3. Because I
Yeah.
love
Oh, yeah. 3.
And I expected to like these movies, but I love 3 so much more than I
I think
even
3 is
thought
my
I would, so-
favorite, honestly, out of everyone.
Well, that's what I
I've
was saying.
seen.
Like,
yeah.
It's so
I could
good.
see by the end of this 3,
Yeah.
3 still being my favorite.
Oh yeah.
So
So
we'll see.
All right, you want to go, Omar? Because I actually have to pee real quick. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
all right, go for it. Okay, so yeah, I started season 7 of New Girl. I had heard initially that it wasn't all that. It's what I think it's about 6 or 7 episodes. I'm halfway through. It's not bad. Obviously, yeah, I wouldn't really compare it to the first 6 seasons.
7 is the last season?
Yeah, and it's only 7 episodes.
Why is the last season so short? I guess Parks and Rec kind of... Well, Parks and Rec, I think last season was like 13.
I honestly don't know. The way season 6 ended, I don't know if you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The last episode, I think, was so perfect just to end the show there.
Oh.
I would have really, really enjoyed that. For some reason, they decided to go for another 7 episodes, which wasn't
weird.
necessary. Not bad. Once again, I'm halfway through, but just halfway through the season of 7 episodes, and they're forcing so much, rushing so much. I'm assuming they knew they were gonna end it then and there, so maybe that's why. I'm curious to see how it ends.
It's just weird. If season 6 had a good ending, why come back
Dude, it
and
was
do
perfect.
7?
I mean,
Why not
season 6
just-
should have ended.
If
where
you're
it
gonna
ended.
come back and just like commit, or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
don't tarnish it.
Yeah, so I don't know. That and a quick shout out. I adopted a kitten this week. Yeah, named her Violet Amara. So yeah.
Damn, look at
Got
you.
her. Really, really excited, to watch her grow and meow all over the place. But that was about it. So that's all I did this week. And perfect timing.
Okay.
What
I'm
did you do
here.
this week?
Okay, so I finished Arkham City
Finally?
on the
Dang.
10th anniversary of
Like on the very d-
on the day.
Ho, ho, ho.
And I'll tell you what, the end of this game,
It's very
Fuck
good.
yeah.
first of all, not what I was expecting at all. At all. And then when it actually was happening, I like couldn't believe my eyes. And I guess I'm going to do like kind of spoilers if you haven't
I was gonna say
finished
the
this
game came out so long ago.
Right.
If you're
It took
planning
me
on playing it,
forever to
haven't seen
finish
it,
it.
just don't listen.
So yeah, don't listen to this part. But the end where have you played it, Omar?
Yeah, fuck
Okay,
yeah.
I just wasn't sure. So Joker dies. Wasn't
Straight up.
expecting
Yeah, he
that.
does. He
And
does.
And the way it happens is fucking
Because-
so true to Batman.
exactly because
So
he's
true
like,
to the Joker, too.
He's
It's
like
just so
trying
true
to
to
get the
everybody.
cure back from Batman, and like of course, like an idiot, he like knocks it
Tries
out
to
of
like
his hand.
he tries to like stab him with something, right?
yeah,
Like,
he stabs
inject
him in the
with a-
arm, and
yeah.
so
What does he say? He's like, it's funny because
he said,
like, "You
it's
wanna know
funny-
something funny?"
Funny, I was gonna save you.
He's like, after everything you've done,
I was
still gonna save
I was
you.
still gonna save you. And then the way he was just carrying him out
He just
and
puts
like
him on the car.
places
Puts
him
him on
on
the car,
on
yeah.
Gordon's car, and Gordon's just like, what happened in there? And he just walks off in silence. And I was like, this is the best Batman game I've only played 2, but it's amazing. So I was like super hype about that, and I loved it. So I'm just
Do you know who voices James Gordon in Arkham Knight?
no.
I'm gonna wait for you to play
is
it
it
and
who I
see
think
if-
it is?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to.
They
look it
changed
up.
voice actors, and I mean the guy that I don't know who was doing it before. He was doing a fine job. Like it was great, but
Okay,
it's
I'm so
great.
excited.
But, like Arkham Knight, you'll probably recognize his voice immediately.
All right, so that is the end of the honorable mentions. I'm gonna go ahead and we only had one person write to us.
The fuck is wrong with you
I
people?
know everybody needs to write to us more, but so
I'm just kidding.
Let me get on it. We have Nick B sent us an email.
Let me just say this. I'm a huge fan of Nick, dude. I mean, bro, mad respect. Like, I've never spoken a word to you. Like, I've seen you around and everything, but
So
huge fan.
Nick wrote to us, "Hi, I just want to tell y'all how rockin' y'all are. Also, would you guys please watch and review the Dragon Ball Evolution movie? It's a great film and
God.
doesn't get much street cred, and it's one of my favorite movies."
That's definitely a joke.
I take
And then he
back what I
said-
just said
It's not over.
about Nick.
And then he said, "How do you pronounce it? Shenron?
Shenron, yeah.
Okay, Shenron be with you all. And then he said, P.S. Ozark is a really good show too. So thank you.
I tell you what, Nick, we're not gonna do that.
Absolutely.
But I will say I've seen that movie before. I saw it when it came out, and I went and saw it by myself. It was the first movie I ever saw
Wait,
by
you did?
myself. Yeah.
You saw
I thought I
Dragon
saw
Ball
it with you.
Evolution by
Fuck
yourself.
yeah. No, you didn't see it with me.
You
Dude,
sure?
I promise
You don't even
you.
like Dragon
I
Ball,
went,
and you-
I went to the movie by myself because it was a fucking anime movie. It looked
Wait,
cool.
well,
He legit was like, yeah, I definitely saw that by myself.
Yeah.
okay. That's weird.
I think we've talked about it before. Like,
We did. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I went by myself. I don't remember
And
why.
you barely know anything about Dragon Ball. What a bad representation.
Yeah. Well, I
God.
decided to go see it, and I tell you what, not good.
So yeah, that was. Everyone needs to write to us more and say things like that because we'll say everything you say.
Especially Nick. Just keep
Yeah,
writing
you know
it.
what, Nick? Send us as many emails as you want.
I'm checking to make sure we didn't get any new iTunes.
Oh yeah, I didn't check
reviews.
that earlier, but
I don't think we did.
so also everyone leave us iTunes reviews.
Oh yeah.
No, we haven't gotten any new ones. So
All right,
still sitting at a
y'all
solid
suck.
5 though. 5 out of
Nice.
5.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up everything. We're definitely gonna on the next episode talk more about Comic-Con stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All the stuff that we're gonna be missing this weekend.
Yeah, the second half, the Aquaman stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder Woman, all that.
Yeah, pretty much Warner Brothers and DC.
Yep.
So that's exciting. So we're definitely going to talk about all that. Please remember to rate us and follow us on iTunes and all our social medias. If you want to go back to the very beginning of this episode, listen to it again, and then hear our names. Do that.
I wonder how many people are gonna do that.
Probably no one, but you know what?
Except
Try.
Nick.
Except thank you, Nick,
My
for
dude.
everything.
I love you,
What a
Nick.
man.
We all love you, Nick. But
Mark, you hear that? You're slacking, dude. I expect a
time.
fucking
also though, I love you
paragraph
too,
from
Mark.
Aw.
I do. Mark's great.
Christian,
So-
bro.
Oh yeah, Christian, come
you
back,
at, bro?
dude. You haven't been out. You haven't been communicating as much.
We need you.
Bring it on back. But yeah. So anyway, until next time, folks.
Oh god.
This has been Miss the Bus.